Flosstube series, a video series and channel really entirely about mostly fiber arts, cross stitch, and knitting predominantly. So if those are your cup of tea, join me while I talk about all the stuff that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks. I know I am a little bit off of schedule. It's supposed to be every 2 weeks. I'm really trying to stick to that. We are in the time of year where I do more stuff outside of the house. Not quite as much as I used to. I do feel like becoming more and more of a homebody, especially because I do find so much joy in crafting. But I do other things occasionally. And last weekend, I had a very good reason not to film a Flosstube. I went to the Renaissance Fair with my nephews, and it was fabulous. I love being with them and spending time with them. So 100% worth it. It was very exhausting though. So I did take a little bit of recovery. So no Flosstube last week. My apologies. So we're back and we're going to talk about crafts and honestly just showing you what I've done, what progress I have made, and just life stuff, things. If those interest you, welcome in, and I hope you guys will stick around and maybe consider subscribing so you can see how things work out with all these projects and everything. I'd love to have you. And let us get started with crafts. First on the agenda, I always do everything in the same order. It just helps. It's just better that way to keep it the same. Oh no, my needle minders were sticking together. So I've got everything. I have my table pulled up where I keep my diamond painting. So much better than me popping up and down and having to pause every time. So yeah, something new. We are learning and evolving, etc. So my first project that I talk about here on the channel is my Vintage Simplicity project. This is a dimensions kit. Let me hold up the cover page. It's a little bit of a glare from my light, but okay. It's a little washed out. That's pretty good. So, yes, this is the picture, and then that kind of gives an idea of what it's framed. Pretty much like a kind of 50s... Oh, I'm flicking you off. Whoopsies, sorry. So, pretty much like a kind of 50s dressmaking pattern. It's very like, Gidget vibes, kind of. So, that's the cover photo. Let me show you what I've done. You guys... Look at that. This Ada has been so frumpled. Everyone, I'm gonna scoop in a bit. That's good. Okay, so it's light. Okay, I think the light is there, so maybe this is better. I started on the second lady, the lady in red and yellow. So instead of moving the hoop to give her a face in blue, I just started on the second lady. She's popping right out the back there. There we go. That's a little better. So yeah, the blue dress is almost entirely finished. I can't really do much because the edge of the hoop here. So she is as done as the blue lady is as done as she's gonna get. I'm very happy with the fact that she's finally like just ready to start to move on to not be in blue anymore. So yeah, added some. There you are. Added some red and yellows, and this is more like a pencil dress, kind of a slimmer silhouette. And look, a little foot. Look at that. So cute. So yeah, there we have it. Some actual progress, like visible progress. Because before it was just like you kind of had to take my word for it. They had filled in some more because, believe it or not, all of this is actual very, very, very light blue stitching. And then there's some white down here at the bottom, which felt incredibly pointless. So yeah, this was really starting to feel like a slog and like I was in a slump, and I'm kind of getting my mojo back a little bit. I had a week where I was really tired, not feeling so hot, just sort of blah, and didn't do a lot. So I think it's with the sun being out more. We're having more sunshine, so I'm loving it. I'm loving the crafts, and they are kind of sustaining me. So we're gonna keep on keeping on. So that is Vintage Simplicity, and hopefully they'll just keep up the pace with the progress and everything. So I'm gonna set this over here. So, all right. I'm really falling in love with all of my projects all over again, because it seems like so many of mine are just absurdly close to being finished, and that's what I want. I want to finish things and have the things that I crafted. So anyway, the next project is Tonight We Ride. There we go. It's a Halloween scene, and this is by the Autumn Lane Stitchery, and this was part of their Halloween box, their very first mystery box for Halloween, and they do the fall and Halloween spookiness very well. So I love this pattern. I had not touched it a lot until a couple of days ago, and I don't know if I'm the only one, but I kind of have. Let me know if y'all do this. I have certain shows that I work on certain projects on, and I had finished one series of a very long series, and so I needed a new show, and I started watching The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is very like witchy and dark. So I pulled out Tonight We Ride again, right side up, and that kind of got me back into the Halloweeny mood. There. And so this is my Sabrina stitching. I had started the series, I guess, when it first came out, and then stopped after I'd watched everything that was available, but more had come, and so I need to finish the series, and so this is going to be The Chilling Tale Adventures of Sabrina. And so since last time, I hadn't done a lot. I have filled in this sort of beigey, champagne-y color here in the moon, and I really liked, I feel so smart, because all I really have to do is fill in these holes here and not have to consult my chart too much. So there we have it. That's Tonight We Ride, and my cool needle minder. I'm doing this 2/1 on 16 count Aida. This is in the color Pumpkin Patch. You can see the variegation or the modeling a little better in the corners. And this is an Aida from Be Stitch Me. So, and this is great because it's a lot of color blocking. It's not too confetti heavy or like super high number of color changing stitches. So it does feel very satisfying to get, good chunks filled in at a time. Same as in diamond painting, color blocking, just, it feels fast. I guess it is fast. So that is that. That is Tonight We Ride. I fall in love with this project all over again every time I pull it out, even if it's not really that time of year. So that's that. And then my next project. Okay, so the next project is my snail Biscornu, and I have been working on this. I actually forgot a couple of Sundays in a row about doing this. Like I said, it's been a little busier. So, and I feel like I'm very close to a finish. So I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. Nope. This side. Yeah. So I've really filled in a lot in this corner here. And as you can see, it's just like the same thing rotated. And then I'm gonna get this little snail finished. Yeah, this is a freebie from Doreen Jones. She has so many albums of free patterns in her Facebook group that they're super cute. I particularly like this one. I like the very cottagecore aesthetic vibes. And this is a 14 count Ada. I believe it's called Oatmeal from Michael's or Joann's. And that works just fine for me. It's the size that I wanted it to be when it was done. And then it will be an adventure figuring out how to finish it. So that is the snail biscornu. And I do share pictures of some of my progress on my Instagram. If you would like to check those out, I will share them to my stories. And for this one, I use the hashtag Snail Sunday. And if you ever decide to do this pattern, it'd be pretty cool if you did that too, to share it with the world. So, yeah. Snails. And then there's going to be some, they're eye stalks with little French knots where their eyes are. I'm going to scratch my nose. All right. You know, I think I need some more caffeine. It's about 7:30 p.m. and I am already starting to get tired. So, probably get another Coke soon. And then, last but not least for cross stitch, I actually have a new start. I'm very excited about this one. Well, you know what? I'm excited about them all. So I started Happy Summer from the Frosted Pumpkin for my friend Beck's birthday sale for the month of April. She loves cats and wanted to have everyone in our little online crafty Twitch YouTube group stitch cats, and I had this one already, and look, it's a little kitty, and she's ready for summer, and so am I. It's pretty much summer here already. It's been in the 80s consistently. This morning was pretty cold though, so it's kind of weird. So yeah, so many yawns, you guys. Hopefully that won't be too many annoying edits. So I do have a little start. I'll show you. This fabric is super light. It's an 18 count Ada from Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, and the color Rock and Robin. And this is on a fat quarter, so I will definitely have room for at least another couple of small projects, because there's another project that I had originally got this what's that? Oh, there we go. Originally got this fabric from, so this should work out perfectly. And this is also my I got a brand new nurse hoop. Jasmine over at the Knitting Nurse been talking about how much she loves these nurse hoops, and I was having a little bit of a need for some retail therapy. So I got a couple off of Amazon, and I get it. I really, really like these. These are super awesome. I can't really explain why they're better or different than the regular plastic hoops, other than it feels like it's holding it tauter for some reason, somehow. But yes, I'm converted. I really like these hoops from the Nerd Hoops. You can also get them from many different places. 123 Stitch has them. So wherever you prefer to shop, you should be able to get your hands on some of these. And yeah, and I also moved my Luna needle minder because this is a cat cell. It's going to be a cat pattern, so I thought that was appropriate. So yes, Cat Kingdom cell. I have not shared this on Instagram yet. I was a little tardy getting this started. Surprise, shocking, I know. So it took me a minute to get started on this. I really do prefer to be a center starter, and with like a circular pattern like that, I was struggling to figure out how to do corner start with something like this. I don't have good depth perception and like spatial reasoning kind of things. So I was trying to figure out how to most efficiently place this on the fabric that wasn't dead center, and then I couldn't put anything else on it. So I was trying to figure that out a little bit better. So yeah, I think I started working on this a little bit more instead of Tonight We Ride because of the seasons that we're in, and it'd be kind of cool to get this finished before summer is over. We'll see. I'm trying to be really good about like touching everything as often as possible. If I keep adding new whips, that's going to be harder and harder. I'm probably preaching to the choir about that, but I'm kind of approaching the upper limit of how many projects I can manage. So there we have it. And yeah, so this is the little brim of the hat for the kitty, and the band around the hat, and the little flower. So I just think it's really cute. I adore the Frosted Pumpkins patterns. My Year of the Rabbit is also Frosted Pumpkin. Yeah, so if you like Frosted Pumpkin patterns, stay tuned because I have many in the wings waiting, and it's I keep buying cross stitch patterns and knitting patterns and yarn and books and all the hobbies like I am immortal. So I'm gonna try and get as many done as possible. So that's everything for cross stitch. It feels like I'm just kind of blowing through everything. So yeah, that is all of my cross stitch whips. I'm loving all of them. I think they're all so special, and snails will probably be my first finish out of all of them. Obviously, it's teeny tiny. It's like 45 by 45. So yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna put that thing. What am I gonna do with it? It's gonna sit on my crafting table, I suppose. But I love it. It's adorable. So yeah, that's everything for cross stitch whips, and we will move into knitting. So let me grab it real quick. Okay, so I have grabbed the knitting whips, so they're handy, and I only really at all touched 2 projects, and I'm hoping for a finish on one of them in the next week or so. So I'm going to start with the big one because this one I didn't really get a ton in. Like I said, I was quite tired. Didn't have the best week one week, so really minimal progress was made. Yes, a lot of reading has been going on, so and that's important to me too, but gotta have stuff to talk about in Flosstube, I guess. So the first of my knitting projects that I have been working on is the Sharon Air. And last time, you can see I didn't do a ton, but these rows are fairly long. They're about 160 stitches long at this point-ish. Almost dropped it. So, let's see. I think I did a whole repeat. It's about 8 rows. I will try and hold it up. I was here last time. This is a slip stitch section, which she has several of these. It's given like a kind of honeycomb look. I very much hope that I am doing it right. I think I am. It's like stockinette base, so it is curling quite a lot. But it is, I decided, she kind of lets you choose your own adventure with this one. She just said you needed contrasting colors for this section, so I chose my 2 favorite that happened to be contrasting. And I just love it. This pink and gray speckled one is my favorite out of all of them, and I just love it. This thing is getting really big. Like it's a really good blanket when I'm working on it. If it gets chilly at night, I just drape it over my lap, and it's perfect. And so, yeah, this was my birthday start last year. I believe she does one every summer. So I will definitely jump on the bandwagon for that one and do the same process this year. So it's super fun. I love the way Casapinka does her patterns. If I did not say before, this is a Casapinka pattern, Sharon Air, the last mystery knit along that she did from 2022. Although it was a 6-week mystery knit along, so it is no longer a mystery for the masses. I have been spoiled. I'm pretty sure you can just get the pattern all at once. But yeah, that's Sharon Air. I kind of just go back in waves and in the moods, and I've got so many ends here of what I feel like working on. So I'm very much a stitch and knit what you want when you want. Because otherwise it feels like a slog and a chore, and it becomes work and not fun. So that is where I'm at. And then the other project I recently grabbed again, after being in a bit of a cross stitch mood, I started thinking about these projects that are so close to being finished. And why don't I get my rear end gear and finish them? So I got some embroidery floss stuck to this one. Let's see. Okay, whole thing. So, the yarn is in the needles are in the yarn. So I have last night just finished the 4th and final cup. I don't know if this is the front or the back. I don't think it really matters. They should be identical. Let's scoop it back maybe. Yeah, so this is the little crop top. If I hold them together, it will be a little less droopy. Yeah. So it looks like a garment. Look at that. Can you believe it? I mean, I think it'll be really, really cute. It'll probably be super hot because this is acrylic and this is Georgia. But I'm gonna wear it. It's gonna be so cute. Probably with like some black high-waisted pants. I don't know. It just gives me like a very Marilyn Monroe kind of vibe. I don't know if she ever actually wore anything like this, but it's my project. So there. So yeah, I am at the top of the cup and I'm ready to do. There's the center decrease. This was kind of. I just decided that this is where I was gonna stop. And then switched to my Tonight Rewrite last night. I'm seeing you can't see it as much from the front, but I definitely have a little mistake right there, but I am not ripping it back. No, not gonna do it. Yeah, I'm ready to do the center decrease and then start the I-cord straps. These do not take long at all, but for some reason I just really find this to be such a slog. So I'm going to strive and probably have to kind of hate finish this a little bit just because I have a bit of a mental block about doing these I-cord straps, but it's so close. It's so close. And I think this crop top will be super cute for summer. I'm definitely going to have to beg David to do a little photo shoot with his good camera once I finish this because I am so dang proud of this. Like, I don't know. It's a wearable. Like, look at this. I don't know. I'm really proud of it, you guys. And I think I will definitely make this pattern again with better yarn. Oh my lord. Better yarn. There's a whole nother skein of this, but there is no way. There is no way I'm using this again. Like, I'm not even gonna, it's old. There is a reason this was on clearance when I bought it like 10 years ago. So I was like, oh, I need to use my stash. I had it. I spent money on it. I love the color. I like the fuzzy Barbie vibes. Perfect. Yeah. And so that is the framework bralette from Jessie Made. And this is definitely encouraging me to check out her other patterns. I've been following Jessie Made on social media, on Instagram, and she's come out with several patterns in the last year or so since I started this. And I really enjoy the way she writes her patterns. I think they're great. They're very modern and trendy and cool, which are all things I strive to be. And they're also really size inclusive. There are so many sizes for this, so I really think you could find something for anyone could make this. It's not hard. It's size inclusive. It checks a lot of boxes on top of just being super cute. So I'm a fan. Yeah, I actually think this is something I would make more than once, which I don't know if that is something I would tend to do a ton. Like I'm quite ADHD if you weren't able to tell. So I gotta have something new all the time, which is probably why I have so many whips. It feels like so many whips. And I feel like I'm like babbling, which is probably the caffeine talking, even though I'm yawning like mad. But that is all of my whips. There are no FFOs yet, but this is like tantalizingly close. So that is it for whips. I'm gonna set everything down, and I have one more thing to talk about. So I'm gonna take a little break, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys. So this is the last section of today's Flosstube. I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute, so hopefully it's not too bad. So yeah, the last thing I have is kind of considered a haul, I suppose. And I'm so excited to finally have it in my grubby little hands because I've been waiting, and I'm so over the moon about this. It's so good, and when you see it, if you know, you know. So it is dun, 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 a bird box. My February aviary bird box from Jessie at Mislaid Pages. Isn't this gorgeous? I haven't even opened it. I've opened it, but I haven't even shown you what's inside yet. So if you know about the bird box, then you know how good it is. And I'm only talking about it now because unfortunately, USPS lost my first box back in January, and it was quite a trial getting this resolved. The case is technically still open. They say they're still looking for it, but they did go ahead and send me a check to reimburse it, which I promptly sent to Jessie because they told me that they did still have everything available. So I wanted the box. Everyone was raving about it, and I've been talking with Jessie and said, hey, if it's possible, I do still want the box, and they made it happen. So yeah, they're just awesome. I definitely want to support Jessie. I think they're a fantastic person, as well as the box is really good. I'm gonna show you the stuff that's in it. So I'm just gonna do a little. I was gonna do a blind unboxing, but I just couldn't wait. I kind of waffled back and forth because it was obviously much after February, when February is. Can enunciate. So the first thing in there is some stickers. A Mislaid Pages sticker. And some burbs. Look at that. These are beautiful. I think some of these are going to go on my Notions box, and some of those are going to go on my water bottle. And this was a lovely handwritten note from Jessie. It made me tear up a little bit. They're fantastic. They are an amazing person and a great friend, and I'm so totally thrilled that I was able to get the box and support Jessie, and because the stuff is really cool. So I've kind of already cannibalized the box a little bit. I know, if you don't know, purple is Jessie's favorite color, and I just really love this, these color coordinations as well. I think they're just beautiful. So, let me show you. I already took everything out. So first, fabric. This one is New Spring. It's a fat eighth of 32 count Lugana. And I'm really excited because I've been wanting to try new fabric. I've never stitched on anything like this. I've been perfectly content with Ada, but trying new things is awesome and so much fun, and this is just perfect. I'm thrilled. I opened the box and I messaged Jessie and I was like, I'm speechless. I love it. Everything's beautiful. Everything's well packaged. Everything had their own little sleeve. Just I love this Tiffany blue color. It's looking green, but it's like a Tiffany blue. It's just so pleasing to look at. So I'm feeling a little bit squirrely. I feel like the caffeine hit me about 5 minutes ago, so you're welcome. Welcome in. And then this one is kind of more tonal, not as modelly, but super pretty. Jessie ice dyes these themselves. And these are much sought after in the cross stitch community. Like, if you know, you know. Jessie, Jessie's got some pretty special fabric. And then, so this one is called Renewal. Super pretty. Like, I'm so totally stoked to start these. Probably gonna make myself finish something first, but I think the squirrels should count as a finish. It's teeny tiny, but whatever. And then the last but not least for the fabric is Awakening. This is really pretty orange. It definitely screams creamsicle to me. Kind of sunsetty, sunrise, whichever. Orange with a little bit of pink. Just beautiful. I could not be more pleased. Everything is so pretty. I'm really hoping I didn't forget to toss the flosses in here. Okay, some tissue paper that I left in there. And then this, oh, did I pop it in there? The mislaid pages, the needle minder was stuck to this, and I'm thinking I left it in the other room, unfortunately. So I don't have that to show you, but I have something similar you can look at. So next are the flosses and the ring holder with the thread jewelry end. I'll hold this up. The needle minder looks just like this. Just like this little bird. With a little bit of a different border around it, but it's just like this. And then these are the dinky dies and the floss drops that were part of the box in one of the little sleeves. So I went ahead and kind of condensed some of the packages into one. So this was one of the items, the floss drops for the February bird box was another item, and then all of the flosses. And what I did, I thought this was pretty clever. Apparently, this is probably like a no-brainer for most people, but the Dinky Dice tags were just sort of like tied on here. And I didn't want to forget like what the color was, what the name and number was for each one. So I took some washi tape that kind of matched and just stuck it right on the back of the floss drop. And the good thing is, once I use this all up, this peels off really easily because it's washi tape. I can reuse them. Genius. Recycling. Save the planet. So yeah, these are all so beautiful. This color scheme. Just gorgeous. And if I recall correctly, all of these flosses will work for all of these patterns, if I recall correctly. But these are just beautiful. I really love this particular color here called Gum Leaves. It really kind of matches the aqua Tiffany blue. And then my next favorite one is definitely Hardened Berja. This purple, kind of a fuchsia-y purple, a little more purple than fuchsia. They're all beautiful. And I'm just, and they're so soft. If y'all have never used Dinky dyes, this is just adding to my silk collection, and they're so soft. I cannot wait to start using them. Like, they feel even better than some of my others. So I'm absolutely tickled. I'm so glad I was able to get this box. I'm definitely ordering next year's box. I really hope there is a next year. I think they have confirmed that there will be another one, but if and when they announce it, I will be on board. 100%. I'm totally chuffed. This is so good. Yeah, I am definitely in rambling mode, so I'm gonna move on before this video becomes like 4 million years long. That's the invoice, and then we're gonna get into the patterns. The bottom of the box. So it's in this nice like vellum sleeve, and then there's the first pattern. They were not as spoilery when I opened the box, but I just couldn't wait to get into it. Maybe next time I'll do a proper unboxing. So, and yeah, so all of these are bird themed. So the first one is from Bendy Stitchy, and I can't believe that this is my first Bendy Stitchy pattern. I've been eyeballing a lot of her patterns, but you know, it's just, there's so many hours in the day. This pattern is from Michelle at Bendy Stitchy, called Pocketbook Peacocks. Look how beautiful they are. And they're kind of, it almost looks like the negative. You know, back in the day when you take film photographs and it was like inversed, the colors. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But it's really psychedelic, honestly. And it's looks like it goes with this fabric, if I recall correct, if I am deducing correctly. Yeah, I think I'm right. I probably could read the pattern. I know for sure. Yes. How big is this? 96 by 74 height and width. So not kind of medium. But yeah, I'm gushing. I love these. I do. So put that in there. Show you the next one. This one is Jessie's first pattern, you guys. It's called Spring's Promise. And in renewal. Is it? Okay, so it's this fabric it goes with. And it's swans. I'm trying to. The sun is going down, so my light is more glary. Yeah. It's swans with some iris borders. I know Jessie, I learned from this pattern actually that Jessie really loves irises. So I think this is just beautiful. And you know, their heads, they're making a little heart, like, it's just, okay, there we go. I think they're really pretty. It's sweet. Yeah, really well done, Jessie. So pretty. Yeah. And then this is a print from Uncanny Kari over at Uncanny Kari. And it's little burb irises. They're turning into burbs, perhaps. Something on the theme of transformation and new beginnings, perhaps. And it goes with this pattern. Yeah, Rebirth. That's inverted for y'all, but okay, yeah, there you go. Rebirth, which, of course, it's on the bottom. And it goes on New Spring. I do believe. Whew. Goodness. I think I'm all out of sorts, everyone. So yeah, if you did not know about Jessie's Burr Box before now, highly encourage you checking out Miss Lead Page's online needleworking shop, and stay tuned to see if they do a new Burr Box, because I think they nailed it with this one, and also being so kind and willing to replace the box when USPS lost and or destroyed it, perhaps. No one knows where that original box is, so fortunately USPS did refund me, and I was able to get one. So I think they nailed it. Their customer service was outstanding, and they're a good friend, you know. So that is all I have for today, everyone. I hope